Good afternoon, graduates, family members, community members. At this time, if you would, please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance. And at the conclusion of our Pledge of Allegiance, please remain standing for our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And again, at this time, please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night, and the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Graduates, dignitaries, we may be seated. This time I would like to call Ms. Tamarian McCrary, our Assistant Superintendent for High Schools, to come and make opening remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the entire Henry County Schools family, I am proud to welcome you to the winter graduation ceremony. We are here celebrating you, our distinguished graduates, on achieving an important life milestone, earning your high school diploma. Let's give these fine graduates a hand. Graduates, as you reflect on the many successes and opportunities during this journey, I surely hope you take a moment to pat yourself on the back and say, I did that. I admire your commitment and resilience, and we are so honored to celebrate you today. As you think through this moment, recall the support, encouragement, that good old tough love from families, teachers, school and staff, friends that supported you in achieving your goals. Remember, it never hurts to say thank you. As you continue this journey to college or technical school, the military or workforce, remember the lessons that you learned along the way. Some things you may have knocked out of the park very easily, and some others you may have learned the hard way, just like me. One of my favorite quotes by Benjamin Elijah Mays helps me to persevere as I navigate life. It is not your environment, it is you. The quality of your mind, the integrity of your soul, and the determination of your will that will decide your future and shape your life. We are so proud of the determination you exhibited in earning your high school diploma and look forward to hearing all about your future success. At this time, I would like to take a moment to introduce or to recognize our illustrious superintendent, Dr. Mary Elizabeth Davis. as well as acknowledge our visionary board members. For District 1, Dr. Pam Nutt. District 2, Mr. Mackenzie McDaniel. District 3, Mrs. Holly Cobb. District 4, Mrs. Sophie Pope, who is here with us today. District 5, Mrs. Annette Edwards. I'd also like to recognize any executive cabinet members who are here with us today. And then I'd also like to recognize a special group, your distinguished principals. From Dutchtown High School, we have Mrs. Nicole Shaw. It's okay to applaud them, it's okay. From Hampton High School, Mr. Martin Gore. From Locust Grove High School, Mr. Tony Townsend. From Luella High School, Mr. Jerry Smith. And from Union Grove High School, we have Dr. Ryan Meeks. Congratulations again, graduates, and we look forward to your celebration.
As we know, this year's graduation ceremony is unlike any other because of the times that we're in, but it's also different this year because we are adding a feature that we've not had in the past, and that is to have student speakers at our winter graduation event. We solicited students who were interested in speaking to this group today and selected 2 speakers to come to us in just a moment and, again, give some remarks and provide that student voice and reflection on our graduation this year. So I'm privileged to call to the stage our first of 2 speakers, Ms. Zoe Saunders. Ms. Zoe Saunders, please come up.
Hey, everybody. When I was asked to speak at graduation, in my head I was thinking, why on earth did they pick me? How did this even happen? I thought only valedictorians could do speeches. And I'm far from that. I'm not the perfect student. I didn't have the perfect grades. Most of the time I was hoping high school would just fly by. Through my years of school, I came across many struggles. People tried to convince me I wasn't smart enough or didn't have the potential to be. I didn't have much confidence in myself, always second-guessing myself and questioning my own judgment. I searched for a way to make myself feel significant, to feel like I was doing enough. Plus, extracurricular activities were the only thing that made me feel like I was having fun. I tried out for many sports, the soccer team, volleyball, cross country, track, the drama club, even the marching band. Track and cross country taught me the most because they're a mind over body sport. I tried out for the track team my junior year, so it was new for me. Most of the students I tried out with had been running since middle school. A lot of times I was so easily defeated because my results weren't the same as everyone else's. My mother always told me, just do the best you can every time and you'll see progress. So I worked, and I worked. I ran every mile, I finished every workout, and I never cheated myself, no matter how many times I came in last. My very first track meet, I placed first in the 1,600-meter race. Every week, my times became better and better just by a couple seconds. Once I noticed my growth and I developed a hunger and confidence no one could take away from me because I knew I'd done everything in my power to be better than I was the last time. Cross country was not a sport everyone tried out for. So if you came to conditioning, you were on the team. It was the first most difficult thing I'd ever signed myself up for. Sometimes when I was running, I'd think to myself, why did I even do this? But the biggest satisfaction to me was finishing something that I thought was impossible, no matter how much pain I had to go through to get there. Now it's my new normal. No, I didn't always place first or get the fastest time, but I gained something from it. I said all of this to say that these sports was never about me being fast enough. It was about persevering. You're not always going to perform better than your peers. It's up to you whether you're going to let the ones who are doing better than you inspire you or defeat you. Everything isn't going to come easy in the beginning. It's always going to hurt in the process. Nothing becomes a masterpiece overnight. So never get discouraged. Turn all your L's into lessons and not losses. Because when you truly believe that where you're headed is better than where you're going, mentally or physically, it becomes difficult to give up on yourself. So no, you don't have to have the highest GPA or go to a 4-year university to feel like you're significant. Real champions know they've won because they know they've done everything to prepare and don't care who notices. People are always watching no matter what you think of yourself, so keep your head high, stay hungry, and I see you at the top because the bottom is way too crowded.
Now my privilege to call our next student speaker to the podium. That would be Ms. Gia Patel. Ms. Gia Patel, please come on up.
Good evening. How is everyone doing today? So friends, alumni, faculty, parents, staff, in the illustrious class of 2021, make some noise. I would like to start off by saying thank you for being here tonight, especially during this unprecedented time. My name is Gia Patel, and I know this is not how any of us envisioned our senior year to go. However, to be utterly honest with you, when I sat down to write this speech, I truly wanted to steer clear of discussing everything we've missed. But it defies who we are, and it shows that we can defy the odds. It would be way easier to reminisce about when we would all get together and cheer for our football players from those stadiums. But when my friends, family, and people I didn't even know told me that they were sorry that my entire senior year was turned upside down, I just shrugged it off and said, it's fine, it's not a big deal. Because it's a hard thing to talk about, and not talking about it seems less painful. But it is a big deal. Some of us lost our senior sports seasons, our chances to be captains and win championships. Some of us lost our final chances to complete for clubs that we've given our all to for these last 4 years. And all of us lost the chance to have all of the fun and closure that we were promised would come in the last couple months of our senior year. At least we all learned new TikTok dances, Three Musketeers, AA, and had the best parties, Netflix parties. Prior to the pandemic, we all had our dances and pep rallies and Spirit Week. We were able to cherish those moments. From our first days of getting lost on the way to class, we thought of the moments we'd be able to guide others, being the wisest of the school, of course. But we were in for a surprise. Losing our senior year to a virus was not what we had planned. But it's definitely an experience that will affect our lives forever and a memory that we will never, and I mean ever, forget. We are made up of our experiences and memories. All of the things that we have been through up to this point defy who we are. And the best part is, we're not done yet. We'll continue to experience these things and make memories every day that mold us into who we truly are and who we are meant to become. Now tell me, what kind of experiences will you create for yourself? What kind of memories will you make? When things don't go quite as planned, just like our senior year, how you handle the disappointments and challenges that you face will determine the experience that you have and the memory you walk away with. 1,271 days ago, we walked into high school. We have all been talking about this particular day, graduation day. It feels like we were just walking through the doors as freshmen not too long ago, and we have had many memories over the course of our high school journey. We all had 2 goals coming in, and that was to make our mark on the school we attended and to have the best pair of shoes. Though we all had different career choices, we're all bound by a common cause: to get out of here. To graduate! But in all seriousness, each one of you are so creative and brilliant in many different ways. I know we all heard this many times before, but no matter how cliche it sounds, never doubt yourselves or give up. Mark Twain once said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds, explore, dream, discover. I pray that the class of 2021 will walk out here feeling proud of all they have accomplished, or these last 5 years, 4 years, eternity, or however long we were in there. I was never good at math. And always remember, it is not only about the friends you make while you're in school, it's the memories that you leave behind that really count. I'm truly so thankful we get to share this one last moment before we all go our separate paths. So let's make the best of it and let's start all over again. For all intents and purposes, it's a brave new world out there. And if anyone can make the best of it and start all over again, I know we can. Thank you.
Can we just give both of our student speakers one more round of applause? That was just excellent. At this time, for our keynote address, I would like to call our Chief Officer for Human Resources, Ms. Valerie Sue Smith, to come to the podium.
Good afternoon. So I don't know who's responsible for putting the agenda together, but making me follow those 2 young ladies is really not very fair at all. So I'll do my best, but certainly can't even begin to top what we just heard from them. So I just want to ask our graduates, can you believe where you're sitting? And can you believe why you're sitting here? What an amazing day for you. And thank you so much for allowing me to share in your high school graduation with you, along with your friends and your family. If you are here honoring a graduate today, let's show our grads how much we appreciate them one more time with a big round of applause. We can't do that enough today. And now we're going to do something a little different. If you're a graduate, I want you to give those who have supported you a little applause. Those who have helped you make it to the finish line, those who have supported you, so important. We almost should give them a standing ovation. So when I graduated from high school during the dark ages, I actually broke my ankle when I was walking into the commencement ceremony. My left foot slipped right off of my high-heeled shoe, my brand new high-heeled shoes, and crack. That was it. But I still had to continue because I had to give a speech and I had to do all that kind of good stuff. So I will never forget my bone snapping as I walked into that graduation. It was in that unexpected moment that a bad thing happened. It would have been so much less risky for me to have worn tennis shoes or some sort of a flat to my high school graduation. But where would the fun have been in that when I really wanted to wear high heels with that really groovy, cool 1980s white wraparound skirt and red bodysuit? Okay, some of you do remember the 80s, right? Okay. So from that experience, I learned that bad things can and will happen when you least expect them. However, I also learned that when you take responsibility for your mistakes, you can make sure they don't mistakes, but also be willing to take risks. So while tennis shoes may have been a safer choice, They were likely not appropriate for the occasion. Likewise, you also don't want to be teetering on high-heeled shoes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and taking too many risks. It's just too painful. It's too exhausting to do that for so long. And just like most high-heeled shoes, it becomes excruciating over time. But similarly, you don't want to be wearing flip-flops when your moment finally comes to chase a dream. The lesson here is outfit yourself with the right tools to do the job at hand. Make sure that you possess a variety of resources to meet any challenge. And what about shoes and socks? Put your socks on first, then your shoes, and all is right with the world. Put your shoes on first and then your socks, and you've got a problem. But then you have hats and coats. Put your hat on first, then your coat, or vice versa, and it really doesn't make any difference to the outcome. While the order in which you take steps can be important, taking the appropriate steps is crucial. Consider and prioritize which shoes will get you where you want to go. I can't and I will not pretend to have walked in your shoes, worn your socks, nor can I even begin to imagine what fun times, what challenges, what joys, and what heartaches you have faced in your past and will face once you walk across the stage and out of the Performing Arts Center today. However, when you leave here, where are your shoes taking you? We know they're not taking you down the 800 hall. We know they're no longer taking you to the cafeteria, no longer to the football field, the chess club meeting, or to your car out in the school parking lot. And while you may be sad about that or super excited that those experiences are finally done, the next steps you take are now the most important. You can't erase your footprints of the past, but you sure can make tracks for the future that are bright, exciting, fulfilling, in service to others, and relevant. Step out into your future with confidence. Be assured that we wish you the very best in these next steps of your lives. Learn from your mistakes. Be willing to take risks. Make sure you have the tools to do the job at hand. Prioritize the important steps. And remember, one foot in front of the other, socks before shoes, and maybe even baby steps before big strides. This is how you will get where you eventually want to go. Congratulations, graduates. And now the time you've been waiting for. If graduates will stand, we are going to, I guess you're not graduates yet, you're about to be graduates. We are going to walk you out and get you queued up and ready to receive your diplomas.
As our soon-to-be graduates leave the auditorium to be ready to receive their diplomas, I'd like to call Dr. Sean Hester to the podium. Dr. Hester is our coordinator for advisement and counseling services, and we will be starting with Dutchtown High School in terms of presentation of our diplomas.
Graduates, when you receive your diploma from your principal, please pause, face the audience so your parents can get a photo of you with your principal on stage. Dutchtown High School Principal Nicole Shaw, Mariah Beatty, Tania Collier, Zoe Curvin, Annalise Holmes, Emmanuel Melson, Gia Patel, Brianna Pierre, Camille Ransom, Zoe Sanders, Maya Walker, congratulations, Dutchtown High School. Hampton High School Principal Martin Gore, Kiera Jacobs, congratulations, Hampton High School. Locust Grove High School Principal Tony Townsend, Jaden Blyther, Kimaya Boyd, Ruth Collins, Kanaya Davis, Hannah Hicks, Taylor Kerr, Catherine Amelia, Durantes Russell, McKinley Salters Maddox, Balwin Singh, Graduates, don't forget to stop and pause. Cheyenne Smith. Dion Smith. Zamat Jatik Thurston. John Walden. Caleb Watts. Congratulations, Locust Grove High School. Luella High School, Principal Jerry Smith. Kyla Bird. James Jones II. Anaya Reynolds. Kenise Royster. Right. Congratulations, Luella High School. Union Grove High School, Dr. Ryan Meeks, Principal. Ashley Hardacre. Congratulations, Union Grove High School.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, family and friends, we are waiting just a moment for our graduates to return, and then we'll announce the conferment of the diplomas. So thank you for your patience at this time. Thank you. Graduates, family, and friends, again, thank you for your patience. I believe all of our graduates have returned. And again, we thank you for your patience. Also, just parents, so that you know, the photos that were taken off stage, I believe we announced this earlier, but those will be made available to you through your schools after today. So we thank you for your patience. And graduates, now is the time that you've been waiting for. We're going to confer your diplomas. It's my privilege to call District 4 board member, Ms. Sophie Pope, up to do that very thing. So Ms. Pope, if you can come on up to the podium.
Graduates, if you would please stand. Under the authority vested in me by the Henry County Board of Education, having found that these students have met the attendance requirements, Carnegie unit requirements, and state assessment requirements for receiving a high school diploma as prescribed by the State of Georgia Board of Education, I hereby grant these students high school diplomas and declare them graduates of Henry County Schools. As a symbolic gesture of your completion of high school, graduates, you may now turn your tassels. At this time, I would like to welcome our superintendent, Dr. Mary Elizabeth Davis, to share a few closing remarks. Congratulations.
Graduates, this is it. Congratulations to you. Before I share my closing remarks, I'll just be a moment, I don't know, maybe 2 hours or so, for me to thank your families, thank your principals, recognize board members, Mr. Mackenzie McDaniel, who could be here today, with Mrs. Sophie Pope, who could also be here today, all of the people in this facility that made this possible for our graduates today. We have one message for you. We love you, we believe in you, and we are counting on you to make a difference in this world. Congratulations. This concludes our ceremony today.
As our graduates recess, let's give them another round of applause. Parents, family, and friends, our graduates will be recessing to the conference room where they were prior to coming in. You are welcome to meet them at the exit